It gets easier.
Huh?
Every day it gets a little easier.
Yeah?
But you gotta do it every day. That's the hard part. But it does get easier.
Okay.
Shalom. Kalahayim Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rakakadash. I want to give all prayers to Yahweh in the name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His name is Yahushai. It means I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who are the only ones qualified to teach 100% truth of this Bible, and like-minded brothers inside through the Spirit, you know. And I was just going through and I was watching this brother's video, the Gms Pittsburgh, and I was going through rebuking that lazy spirit. And I wanted to bring out some of the scriptures he brought out and some prayers to combat each element that can add to that lazy spirit. So in Revelation 3:15, and this is the Lord speaking. Yahweh saying, "I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot," which is just saying that the Lord the Lord is an absolute power. He doesn't deal with like lukewarm people that you got to just choose a side. No iffiness about it. Just 100% with it or not with it. Either way, you know, it's a lukewarm spirit. He's just not dealing with that. And yeah, that's pretty much, man, it's cut and dry right there. And they just keep going. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. And just like that, the brother brought out an example of like when you put food in the microwave and the outside of the food is hot and then you bite into it and it's mad cold. You don't eat that. You spit it out. And the Lord's the same way. If you're not as intended, you know, being 100% about this truth, or at least not, you know, you obviously won't want to be 100% in this truth. But he would prefer no lukewarmness in our spirits. And, you know, that comes with rebuking demons and whatnot. And one prayer that he brought out is just a Hebrew prayer for rebuking evil spirits, which is Agarka Rakawaf Rewaf, which literally just translates to I rebuke the evil spirits. You know, that's a good one to keep on deck for, like, just going throughout the day, just to keep your mind, you know, dealing with this spiritual battle that we constantly go through and day to day. And I'm going to put the links to those videos inside of the description so that you can see the prayer videos and even the rebuking laziness video that I even watch. So if there's anything else that can be cleared up, this is just what I wanted to bring out. And then the other scripture that he brought up was Proverbs, hit the wrong button, 20 verses 4. He's saying, the sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold, therefore he shall beg in the harvest and have nothing. So basically what it's saying is, like, the reason of the cold is, like, you can't let, if it was cold outside and you're like, oh, that's my reason for not doing work, that's just making excuses because the work's not going to get done. When it comes time to eat the fruits of your labors, I mean, if you're not putting in any of the labors, then you're not going to have any of the fruits and whatnot. That's just what this is going about, just not making any excuses, because you don't want to give any reasons to not take any action in the truth. And the other prayer that I wanted to bring out for that one was the prayer of diligence, which is Natazar Labia Makal Mashamar, which translates to keep or guard my heart with all diligence, just to keep moving forward and putting progress towards it. Because even if you put even if you put a single drop in a cup, like a single drop of water in a cup every single day, eventually you will overflow that cup every single day. But if you don't do it at all, it's never going to happen. An inch of progress is still progress. And another one he wanted to bring up was Proverbs 19:15, which is slothfulness casteth into a deep sleep, and an idle soul shall suffer hunger. Man, this is, man, what his, the first thing that came to mind was about having an idle spirit is like, well, think about like cars, if your car is just idling, you're not moving anywhere, so you can't get to your destination if you're just idling, you're just being lazy. And good Lord, Salakia, the scripture, there's a scripture here, 2 Kings, which is right here, 2 Kings 2:9, and it's talking about asking for a double portion of the Spirit, just begging the Lord to hey, make me work double time for this truth. And that's what the brother brought out in the prayer. So this prayer goes into the double portion of the Spirit. 2 Kings 2:9, it came to pass when they were gone over, and that Elijah said to Elisha, ask what I shall do for thee before I be taken away from thee. And Elisha said, I pray thee, let a double portion of thy Spirit be upon me. To just put in the work, And so this this prayer, it comes out to Wayahayana Paya Shanyam Barakwa Alya, which is, I pray thee, let a double portion of thy Spirit be upon me. And yeah, just not being idle and sticking by, but rather putting in double the effort, in these times. And what's there another one? Proverbs. Oh, I already left Proverbs. 13:4. The soul of the sluggard desireth and hath nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. Which is really just, if you're putting in the work, you're going to receive the benefits of putting in said work. Like the brothers on GMS, how diligently they work. There's a reason why they can jump in and out of the scriptures and explain, and they can explain accounts, they can explain prophecy, they can explain they can explain the laws and everything that's in the Bible because they're diligently working. If one brother can't, then another brother can. Each of us have our own strengths and weaknesses, but the diligence to make these things whole is the thing that allows them to be able to do this in the first place. And that comes all from the apostle elders, and then the like-minded brothers that may break it down a little bit more for people like me who are just starting out or still very new, to be able to understand, because this is milk for us. And this is the last one, which is a prayer for the feeling of being overwhelmed, for Psalm 61. Wow. Yeah, 61 verses 1 through 3, which is really just the whole scripture just transcribed back to the Hebrew, which is, hear my cry, O thy power, attend unto my prayer. From the end of the earth I will cry unto thee when my heart is overwhelmed. Lead me to rock that is higher than I, for thou hast been a shelter for me and a strong tower from thy enemy. And that, I'm going to try my best to read this because practicing Hebrew, man, this is, but, you know, with the Spirit, hopefully, I can get it right. If I'm wrong on any of these points, you know, of course, any of these brothers, let me know, and I'll make a correction video. I have no problem with that whatsoever. But yeah, starting off with going down from verse 1 to 3 is Kaya Hayath Makaasa Laya Mapanya Awayab Shemaya Ahlayam Renathaya Kashayaba Thapataya. Ooh, this one's difficult. Makataza Ha'arataza Alayaka Akara Bata Labia Batazawaya Yawar Yar. Ooh, it's like a Yawaryam Mananya Thanakaza. Huh? Thanakaya. Yeah, I'm gonna put the I'm gonna try to take some screenshots, put the links in this and when I edit it back, but man, this is just breaking down from 61. It's the literal translation of "Hear my cry, O Lord, attend unto my prayer. From the end of the earth I will cry unto thee when my heart is overwhelmed. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. For thou hast been a shelter for me and a strong tower from thy enemy." Yeah. And there's a video from this TV show that I watch called BoJack Horseman. And basically, if you know about the show, it's just about a character that struggles with addiction and terrible choices. And he's always trying to be better, but he's just always messing up. And there's a scene in that show where he wants to start working out, but he hasn't worked out. He's like 50 years old. He hasn't really worked out. And he's trying. And as soon as he starts running, it gets difficult for him. And he wants to quit immediately. And so he falls to the ground, sweating, panting. And his neighbor that is always running all the time around his house, working out, he comes up to him and he's like, "Hey, it gets easier." And he's like, "What?" And he says, "It gets easier. You just got to do it every day. That's the hard part, but it does get easier." And if I could put that in there, I'm a show. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to bring out. Lord willing that this was edifying. Again, if there's anything in here the brothers can correct me on, please let me know. I'm always about correction with this. So, shalom.